Today, we're going to talk about a warning from history, a really powerful one. And the thing is, it's not some dusty old story. It's an echo, something that's been ringing in our ears for 50 years, and, well, we're still dealing with the fallout today. 4 dead in Ohio. You know that line, right? From the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song. It hits you. It's so stark. And it's the start of a story that, believe it or not, is nowhere near finished. But here's the thing. That song, it wasn't poetry. Those words, they weren't some beautiful artistic metaphor. No, they were a headline, straight up. It was a warning, a really direct, urgent one, sent out from this moment of absolute crisis with one goal: to make sure something like that could never, ever happen again. So, what are we talking about? Kent State, 1970. This is what sparked that song. You had unarmed students protesting a war that was built on lies, and they were shot and killed by the National Guard. 4 of them. This moment, this is the anchor for everything we're about to unpack. Okay, so we're moving into this idea of a repeating pattern, because Kent State, it wasn't just some horrible one-off tragedy. Turns out it was the beginning of a pattern. It's like that song has been stuck on repeat ever since. And this pattern, you can break it down into 4 steps, a cycle of silence, really. First, people protest. They use their voice. Second, the authorities show up, armed. Third, what actually happened? The story gets all muddied, confused. And fourth, accountability? Poof, it just disappears. Everyone is just supposed to forget it and move on. Now, when you see a cycle like this, it's so easy to just shrug and say, well, history repeats itself, or humans are just stupid, they never learn. But the argument here is that it's not that simple. It's much more specific. It's repeating for 2 big reasons. 1, power, as an institution just doesn't learn. And 2, fear. Fear keeps getting used as a weapon. It's a tool to control what we think and to justify whatever happens next. So let's dig into that second point for a minute, the weaponization of fear. I mean, how exactly is the narrative of danger used to justify force? It's kind of like creating a sense of danger becomes the permission slip you need to bring in the heavy hand. And check this out. This is a perfect illustration of how that excuse has just shifted over time. Back then in 1970, the story was the protesters were dangerous. Simple. But today, the language is bigger. It's entire communities that are labeled as dangerous. The words are different, sure, but the logic underneath, the excuse for using force, it's exactly the same. So what's the cost of all this fear? Well, it's definitely not inspiration or unity. It's this deep, pervasive fear that settles in. We lose trust in authority, yeah, but maybe even worse, we start to distrust each other. Our society starts to break apart, to fragment, as we all just pull back into our own little corners. And this social fragmentation, this pulling apart, it's not just some small side effect. It's seen as a direct cause of what people are now calling a loneliness epidemic. It's the huge social price we pay for this cycle of fear. And it's not like people don't want to connect. We do. It's that history keeps teaching us the same awful lesson over and over again. Speaking up, standing out, demanding that things change, it can literally get you killed. It's dangerous. So, okay, we're faced with this history that just keeps repeating. What do? We have a choice. We can just let the song play on, or we can try to write a different verse. And you can just feel the frustration in this, right? I mean, we already wrote the fucking song about this. We already said never again. The warning was given. The anthem was written. People shouted never again 50 years ago. The fact that we're even having this conversation, it should make you angry. So what does that different path even look like? It's actually pretty simple, but it takes real effort. Step 1, coming together. Step 2, backing each other up, for real. And step 3, acting like an actual community, where we're all in it together. And the most important part, this is all about taking action ourselves. It's about not waiting around for the very same institutions that keep failing us to suddenly have a change of heart and fix everything. The idea is that we have to build the solution ourselves, from the ground up. Which leaves us with this one final question to think about. If we don't act, is history really done with us yet? If we just let this pattern keep going, who's to say the worst is over? It's a pretty stark reminder that history isn't just some story in a book. It's something that can still reach out and touch us.